Hey guys, it's Babypowder, and we're back with another one of our mailbox cleanouts for our 200 run series part 2. And this week is going to be for week 15. Recently we added our loot from Shadowfang Keep and LBRS, so we're looking to see if we sold any of those items this week. Of course, we'll also be looking to see if we sold any of the other ones we did recently or even before that. But our main goal is to hit 200,000 as always, and to get closer to 10 million. Last week was really good. We ended up with 560,000, so we blew it out of the park as far as reaching 200,000. We also did get to 4,577,000, which is way beyond what we did the first series, which is, you know, only 2,946,000 by the time we hit week 15. So that means no matter what we make today is going to, you know, be above series 1, but we still would like to aim for that 200,000. Last time with the series 1, we only hit 162,000 this, you know, for their week 15, so we weren't even at the 200,000. So as long as we can hit 200,000, we'll beat that week and we'll stay ahead of series 1. But as far as you know, the other areas with what we're doing here, transmog, we've made 4,131,000 of that 4,577,000, and 445,000 of that with materials. We are doing this between two different realms, that is Proudmoore and Thrall. Proudmoore has made us the most of that gold so far, but it could always change. Thrall could turn it around at any time. Last week Proudmoore did make us 426,000 and Thrall only made us 133,000, but having both realms at least over 100,000 is good, because that means we at least make 200,000. So anything beyond that is good, which means both realms did really well last week. So far Proudmoore has made us 2,543,000 of that 4,577,000, and Thrall has made us 2,033,000, leaving us with 5,422,000 left to make to reach our goal. And in case you guys are curious with how our season 1 or series 1 items are doing, this week they made us 181,780 gold, which, yeah, that's below the 200,000 we aim for, but it's still just kind of passive gold. They're not getting anything new like this series is, and we're just selling off the old items, which we still have a lot left, so we still make a lot of gold with them. And in a way, it's kind of passive gold. So far since we've started this series, they've already made us 4,558,000. That's quite a bit of gold with, you know, just passive gold pretty much, other than having to post the items, of course. But anyway, guys, that's going to pretty much wrap up the review. Before we get to our bait tunes, I'd just like to mention, if you guys do enjoy these videos, go ahead and smash the big thumbs up. Lets me know that you like it and also helps out the channel. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. All right, guys, as always, we will start off with Proudmoore. We'll check out the low value transmog, then the high value transmog, and then we'll check out the materials slash, you know, pets and other things, and then we will do the same thing with Thralls. All right, guys, so here we are now on Proudmoore on our first bait tune. It's our low value transmog bait tune. Let's take a look. And we got some sales, 20 sales, 17,658 gold. We'd like to see it with 20 sales at least over 20,000 of 1,000 gold average per sell. Means we sold a lot of stuff pretty low, but let's see if we have some standouts. So we have the Talon Guard Sabatons here for 3,300, Dagger Jaw Shoulders here for 1,100. That comes from WOD. Talon Guard, sure, that's BC or WOD. Then we have the Pattern for the Deviant Scale Gloves, also sold the cloak, but kind of low on that one, but 2,900 for the gloves. And then the Prospector's chest piece sold for 4,400. All right, guys, and now for what we really hope for standouts, the high value transmog for Proudmoore. Let's take a look. And we've got 8 sales, 287,408 gold. So once again, we're already over 200,000. So it means it's going to be a good week either way. So let's go ahead and see what we got here. Plundered Sandstone Gavel. So it's going to be an islands item. Only 2,800 for it though. Pattern for the Shifting Cloak, 118, almost 119,000 for that one. Really, really nice. Was actually 120. Man, they really take a cut from the auction. So it was 125,000 sold for. And that's really good because, you know, that's from when we did Northern Dire Mall. And we just did that the week before. So it didn't take that long to actually sell one of those and sell it for really good value. Also sold a short saber here for 12,000. That's going to be one of those returned items, I believe, from when we did the Northern Eastern Kingdom zones. I also sold a primordial blood-soaked greaves. That's going to for 4,200. That's going to be from when we did Isle of Thunder. Demon Slayer for 4,700. That actually did come from LBRS, man. That thing was pretty valuable too. I think it was like 60,000 or something like that. And we only got 47 for it, but hey, it is what it is. It was that blue sword that we got from LBRS. Pattern for the comfortable leather hat. Wow, I almost never sell these, and I've actually sold 2 of these this week. If you're in Discord, you'll see I actually posted a screenshot, but I didn't sell it for, I sold for maybe about half of what I sold this one for. 72,000 for this one. Normally I do, if I sell them, they're somewhere around 30,000 to 50,000. As you'll see with the other one, it was like 36. So really nice selling that one. I know they're valued at like, I think like 800,000 or something. It's ridiculous, overinflated for sure. So that's actually a really good price, I feel like. And then we sold a stealth blade from when we actually did Sunken Temple, 71,000. That's a, you know, it is valued at like 300, but still it's about a third or a quarter of the value. I'll take it. Still not bad, because you can actually sell on those for a long time. I'll take 71,000, and I mean that's pretty quick too, because we just did that the same week we did Dire Mall North. All right, guys, so last bank alt for Proudmoore is gonna be the materials bank alt before we switch to Thrall. Let's take a look, and we've got 55 sales, 56,108 gold. Wow, that's it's very rare that you actually have 1,000 gold average per sale with the materials, but we do with 55 sales and 56,000. Let's go ahead and see what we sold here. So rune cloth, yeah, we got a lot of that from LBRS. 10,696 pieces for 10,225 gold. Also have iron web spider silk, 636 pieces, also from LBRS, 20,506 gold. That means we made like over 30,000 in just materials out off those 2 things. We still got other stuff from there too, so that's actually really nice. Wild Vine, 7 pieces from 1,600. That's also from doing Dire Mall North. Let's see, Pristine Black Diamond, 2 of those also came from LBRS. Only 2 of them, 1,800 gold. So really nice there. Another thing of Pristine Black Diamonds, 3 of them for 2,400. And then also sold one of the, actually, I guess I still had one more left. And actually, I do think I have one more left on Thrall too, but the auction house module from the open world farms, this is what this is, sold for almost 12,000 gold. Really nice there. And then 2 more Pristine Black Diamonds for 1,500 gold. Wow, really nice with the materials here this week. All right, guys, now time to see if Thrall can help us get close to that 10 million gold. Let's see what they did with low value transmog. And we've got 15 sales, 19,618 gold. So would love to see one at like 30,000 at least, but hey, at least they're at the 1,000 gold per average sale with only 15 sales and 19,000 gold. I feel like Thrall always does do a little bit better with the sell of the low value stuff. It just seems like Proudmoore's doing a lot better with the high value stuff recently, but that could change this week. We haven't gotten there yet. But anyway, let's see. We got Dragon Rider's legs here at 1,900. The Minotaur from Zul'Farrak, I think, 1,700. Angerfang's staff for 3,300. Angerfang, I think, is Kata. Shardback Sabatons. Shardback, I'm not sure. I think that's Wad, 3,700. Angerfang's staff, again, Kata, 4,000. All right, back to high value transmog, but for Thrall, let's take a look. We've got 8 sales, only 77,883 gold. Man, if only Thrall could start, you know, making gold like Proudmoore, but they've been down like this before, and then it just did a whole 180. So we'll see if that happens again this series. But anyway, let's see. Ravenscar breastplate that came from when we did Skyreach, 11,000. Sold a pattern of the Mongoose boots, only 1,400, but man, we got so many of those from Dire Mall North, so I'm not sweating it. Outrunner's legs for 4,700. Pattern for the blue lumberjack shirt, 7,000. It looks like they went back to we were getting around 30,000 or so for them. And then we got another pattern for Moonclaw shoulders, 9,500. Voodoo Stalkers vamp bracers for 4,700. Pretty decent one here, I guess. Reforged Blade of Heroes. Never sold the broken one or the reforged one before in the past, so I'm actually, I'm okay with that. 31,000, even though they're valued a lot higher than that, but 31,000 for that one. And then pattern for the green lumberjack shirt, so another one of those Wrath patterns, 7,500. So yeah, seems like things have went down here on Thrall recently in the past few weeks actually, and that might be why our values are kind of low, but maybe they'll go back up before too long. Might just be that there's a lot of competition right now for some reason. But anyway, we'll go ahead and see what we got for materials. All right, guys, so our last bank alt is going to be Thrall's materials bank alt. Let's see if they're anywhere near Proudmoore there. We've got 49 cells, 50,623 gold, which means we made over 100,000 with materials. That's awesome. That doesn't happen too often. And again, materials over 1,000 gold per average cell. that's really good. Let's see here. Again, Iron Web Spider Silk, man, really good. I might have to get back into LVRS just to make some gold off of that. Then again, we did do 200 runs. But 616 pieces, 20,446 gold. Then we have Rune Cloth once again, 10,758 pieces for almost 13,000 gold. Heavy Scorpion scales, 61 of those for 22, almost 2,300. And then we also sold 6 pieces of Wild Vine for 1,400. And then 11 pristine black diamonds for 8,359 gold. Really, really nice there. All right, guys, so here we are back to the clean out sheet and seeing how we did this week. So we made 402,567 gold from transmog alone, which is about 128,000 less than we made last week. But we made so much more with materials. We made 106,731 gold with our materials this week. Really good week for those. Although we are still pretty much just aiming for transmog, but it does help out. That brings us to a grand total for this week of 509,298 gold. A little less than what we made last week, but still way above the 200,000. So I'll take that all day long. Which now brings us to a grand total of 5,086,000. So we're more than halfway to our goal on week 15, which we're not even halfway to the point of where series 1 was when they actually hit the 10 million, because it took them like 34 weeks. So that means by like week 17 would be like the halfway point for, series 1. So we're beating the odds of series 1, but again, series 1 was kind of a slower clean out too, or series. We only added 1 set of loot to our bank alts each week, so we were just kind of watching how they built up. But yeah, that's more a reason why we need to be above them with this one, right? But yeah, really good. That means in 2 weeks we've made over 1 million gold. So awesome. Like to see that happen in 1 week, maybe eventually before we reach the end. But if it doesn't, still happy with that result. That does now leave us with making 4,533,000 with transmog and 552,000 now with our materials. And also with this week being 509,298 gold, that is way above what we made again with series 1, as they only made 162,000 for their week 15. So let's go and add that over here. And as far as how our realms are performing, this week Proudmoore again made more than Thrall, so they're gonna extend their lead over top of them even more, although we're just really tracking to see how well the realms are doing. But 361,000 for Proudmoore, 148,000 for Thrall, leaving Proudmoore now with making us almost 3 million, 2,904,000, and Proudmoore or Thrall has made us 2,181,000, leaving us with 4,913,000 left to make before we reach our goal of 10 million. Let's see if we can actually do it in less than 15 more weeks. That would be really good. As we've, you know, built up quite a stock now, and we're just building upon that. Really would like to, you know, hit it in less than 30 weeks if we can. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap this one up this week. Just so you know, we did BRD, so we'll be looking to add those items to our auction house and seeing how well they can help us with sales this week. We are currently working on Mana Tombs and Blood Furnace. I know we're doing 2 BC dungeons, but really we've got so much low value stuff. Really am just trying to aim for some of those epic patterns and epics from BC. Some, you know, green items from Blood Furnace, like the blood scale items and things like that, because they do sell rather nicely. But other than that, just trying to add in some more stuff to our high value bank calls versus, you know, loading up with a bunch of stock, because I've got a ton right now to get rid of on the low value side, and we didn't really sell too many this week, so it's not really clearing up too much room. And then after that, we're going to be working on strat. But anyway, guys, again, that's going to pretty much wrap this one up. Again, if you did like it, go ahead and smash a big thumbs up. Lets me know that you enjoy it and helps out the channel. And do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the next one, or the loot videos, like the loot video for BRD, which will come out on Wednesday, or the next cleanout. See if we sell any of those items, and if we can keep up this 500,000 a week thing, or when it's going to drop off, because now this is 2 weeks in a row at over 500,000. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me in this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope to see you all in the next video and live sometime on Twitch. Take care, guys.